Hello everyone, this is Rachel live from 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 Studios and you're watching a new show from 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚, the IPO Corner. The initial public offering space has become hotter than ever. In today's show, I'm going to discuss why the Australian Securities Exchange is witnessing a surge in IPO activity. I will also touch upon the listing of upcoming IPOs, and lastly we'll discuss how recently listed IPOs have performed so far. So let's get started. First, let me take you through the blossoming IPO space. After starting the year on a sluggish note, the Australian IPO market has gained momentum in the last 2 months, with a long list of companies launching and making their debut on the domestic stock exchange. Last year, we saw several tech companies taking the IPO route. This year, we can see a mixed bag, including miners, financial players, and healthcare entities. In the period until June, there had only been 40 IPOs so far this year. But in the last 2 months, there has seemed to have been a flood of new issues hitting the market. The month of July is proving to be the busiest month for the IPO market, with around 30 companies being listed on the Australian Securities Exchange, while 28 firms have already joined the ASX. 2 companies, including Sydney-based oyster farming operation 𝐊𝐴𝐧𝐿 and metal and gold exploration company M3 Mining, are also slated to make their debut on the domestic bourse this week. The surge in IPO activities is despite business uncertainties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and also inflation woes. The market is seeing an increased interest from companies across sectors looking to raise capital, making Australia one of the hottest IPO markets. One must wonder why so many companies are looking to go public at a time Australia's economy is facing uncertainty arising from the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, according to our market experts, there are several factors that have played a key role in the revival of the primary market. Firstly, companies are racing to go public to cash in on booming stock prices. A number of companies had postponed their IPOs, waiting for a recovery in the equity market. Now, with the sharp turnaround in the stock market, companies are rushing to make the most of that opportunity. The ASX has witnessed a sharp rally in recent months, scaling new highs on the back of improved market sentiments amid acceleration in economic activities. Secondly, the timings of IPOs are also aligned to an extremely loose monetary policy which injected surplus liquidity into the market. Australia's central bank, the Reserve Bank of Australia, has kept the official cash rate on hold at a historic low of 0.1% to mitigate the economic impacts of the COVID-19 crisis. And thirdly, companies are also going public to raise money to deal with economic uncertainty and to ensure their business models evolve and become stronger. And fourthly, the successful listing of companies such as electronic conveyancing platform PEXA also gave a further boost to investor confidence and helped attract more companies to go public. Now, I have lots of information to share on this topic, but it's time for a very quick break. Stay tuned on 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV. I'll bring some more interesting details on the forthcoming IPOs that are set to start trading on the ASX this week.
Property by 𝐊𝐴𝐚. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest slowdown in the property market, tune in on 𝐊𝐴𝐚 TV with me, Sage. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with 𝐊𝐴𝐚.
And a very warm welcome back to you. This is Rachel live from 𝐊𝐴𝐚 Studios and you're watching the IPO Corner. In this segment, I'm pleased to share with you forthcoming IPOs that are set to start trading on the ASX this week. The date and offer price may change subject to market conditions. First on the list is 𝐊𝐴𝐧, a rock oyster producer and supplier. Now, 𝐊𝐴𝐧 set to launch on the Australian Securities Exchange on the 29th of July this year. The company has proposed to raise $32 million at an issue price of 20 cents per share. This is the second attempt by 𝐊𝐴33 to get listed on the ASX after it rolled back its IPO plans last year, citing adverse market conditions. It's the largest vertically integrated Sydney rock oyster producer, processor and supplier in Australia. Sydney rock oysters is an endemic oyster species which is extremely rare, natively thriving in just 41 locations on the east coast of Australia. 𝐊𝐴33 intends to use the IPO proceeds to undertake a transformational growth program and to buy more oyster farms. Next, the market is also keenly eyeing the IPO of M3 Mining. This metal and gold exploration company is set to list on the ASX on the 29th of July. According to the IPO prospectus filed with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, the company has proposed to raise $4.6 million at 20 cents apiece by public issue of shares. Under the IPO, the company issued 23 million shares to retail investors, which opened for subscription on the 3rd of June and closed on the 24th of June. Discovery Capital Partners acted as a lead manager to the IPO. Established on the 22nd of September 2020, the company's main objective on completion of the IPO is to focus on mineral exploration of resource opportunities, which can, in turn, deliver value and growth. The company also intends to focus on valuating and acquiring other resource opportunities that would be a strategic fit for the company and have the potential to deliver growth for shareholders. The company holds 100% interest in the Jadina project as well as the Victoria Bull project in Western Australia. In the first fortnight of July, almost 20 companies started trading on the ASX, including some big names such as online conveyancing firm the PEXA Group, an environmental engineering company Ericsson Group, mining company 29 Metals and wagering services provider Bluebet Holdings. Some other players such as specialist mining services company Aquarian, biotech company 𝐵𝐾AL Diagnostics, life insurer Noble Oak Life and online property purchasing platform Open Negotiation, mining services provider Victory Goldfields, mineral exploration company Western Mines Group and gold exploration company Western Gold Resources joined the ASX later this month. It's time for a quick break now, but stay tuned to 𝐊𝐴 TV as I'll bring you all the details on those recently listed IPOs that have performed on the ASX.
Property by 𝐊𝐴. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest slowdown in the property market, tune in on 𝐊𝐴 TV with me, Sage. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with 𝐊𝐴.
Hello and welcome back. This is Rachel live from 𝐊𝐴 Studios and you're watching the IPO Corner. Let us now see how recently listed IPOs have performed so far on the ASX. Online property settlements firm PEXA floated Australia's biggest IPO this year and made a muted start on the exchange. Since its listing on the 1st of July, the company's delivered a negative return of 1% so far. The company raised $1.18 billion at an offer price of $17.13 apiece at an enterprise value of $3.3 billion. Backed by the Link Group and the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, the company had previously attempted to list back in 2018, but pulled the float due to adverse share market conditions. The freshly listed company Aquarian made a strong debut on the ASX. The shares of the mining services firm surged 20% on listing on July the 27th. The Perth-based company has successfully raised $8 million at an offer price of 20 cents apiece via its IPO. So now it's time for a very short break.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached
where the property market is headed next,
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
apart from tracking the daily market charter,
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
with 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐼𝐻 TV.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching 𝐊𝐿𝐼𝐻 TV and this is a new show, the IPO Corner. Engineering services provider Ericsson Group had a muted debut on the ASX on July the 12th, closing marginally higher against its IPO price of 20 cents. The stock delivered a decent return of 30% in the past 5 days of trade last week. The company had received an overwhelming response to its $13.5 million IPO. The company issued 37.5 million new shares and 30 million sales shares by the shareholders at an issue price of 20 cents each. Mineral explorer Resource Base is another company that made a weak debut on the ASX on July the 12th. In the first week of its trade, the stock delivered a negative return of 10%. The company, which explores and develops lithium borate projects, has successfully raised $6.5 million by issuing 32.5 million shares. The miner will use the IPO funds for exploring its Serbian assets with a focus on the Rekovac project. Now that's all in today's IPO Corner show. Stay tuned with 𝐊𝐿𝐼𝐻 for more live market updates. We'll be back with some more news on the markets, economy and diverse themes and sectors. I'm Rachel signing off for now.